I don't know really. I just thought it was. I knew what it was going to be like. I knew what the train was going to be like, but those mountains were just brutal. Climbing up them, yeah.
I think as well because it's so badly signposted. I mean, you're on a road normally in life, and you've got a GPS and God knows what, but up there it's like vast, and then
you're out in the wilderness,
the mist and everything, and then all of a sudden you think you're on track, and then we were trying to obviously always constantly checking. We're going east, and you were checking that when you. But we slightly went a little bit off, went southeast one day.
Is this on in the latest shift?
In the latest.
We turned north, and we went down this whole peak of a mountain, and it was at least 4 or 5 miles, and then we realised we got wrong way to come all the way back again, and then carry on.
But it was a test. It's like we said to Jake. It's just a test of everything, of your mindset mainly, because your body can carry you. But obviously, if your mind goes in a situation like that, when it's adding 3.5 hours odd, maybe on your day, because of going off track, it's pretty serious stuff up there, really. Absolutely. It's a challenge, wasn't it? And we could have easily thought, drop down to the road and somehow and come back out, and just if you were on a walk. But when you're on a challenge, we were like, we've got to get back.
We've got to do it
to
on
that
the right
point,
route, yeah.
On the right route, yeah. And then, but it was all a climb going back. We were literally.
It's just like when that same day, it was. We walked near to the end of it. We walked alongside of a reservoir, and it was just like I've forgotten the word. Something where it goes on forever.
Yeah.
I forgot the word for it now, but it just wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
You're just like, your heart. It was like 30 degrees. I'd ran out of water, and my feet were sore, and I was like.
Was that the most challenging part of the walk for you?
But there was a day from a place called Patterdale to Shap. That was the tough one where we got lost, and then there was the one from. I forgot who is it. Shap. A place from Kirby Stephen to Reith.
That was
they were the 2 toughest days.
But you had on that day, that second incident, because he had 2 wobbles. The going lost day, which to be honest, all of us
and
had
the last bit where it just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, and the never ending day, which just felt like it went on forever. He had 5 nosebleeds. Was it that day?
Yeah.
Well, I saw that on your pictures. Was that from the altitude?
We think it's from the altitude. It kept having it in my left nostril, so I think it was like a weak blood vessel or something. But I literally just rubbed my nose like that, and there was blood on my fingers, and then it just came out. It wouldn't stop, and then it kept happening after that.
I mean, it isn't like high, but because you keep going up and down, and it's up, down, continuing.
I think the pressure as well from the exercise, because your blood's flowing quicker.
You're exerting yourself. Yeah. We did have good pace on as well.
It was about a fair pace. But we seemed to overtake everyone that was doing it, all the hikers, and they were like.
I saw your. Did you have like a wooden walking stick? It reminded me of Gandalf from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I got made that from a guy called Graham Hall. He's wood. They make
carpenter.
No, they make wood models.
Wood stick maker.
He makes loads of models out of wood, and he made me a walking stick, and it says on it my name, my full name, my date of birth, and my star sign.
Oh,
and then my granddad, in memory of my granddad, and it's it's a nice little walking stick.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, nice little oak wood, and you can unscrew it as well.
Oh,
so it
really?
comes in 2 pieces, so if you want to, tidy it, put it in a rucksack or something. So
yeah, awesome. And it's so nice when people in the community sort of acknowledge what you're doing and make those do things like that for you. How have your funds been going since the walk began and has finished?
Yeah, I think we're nearly to. I think you said
we're over 16 grand at the minute.
Yeah.
Over my target.
What was your target?
Grand,
oh, brilliant! Amazing.
Yeah,
it was fantastic, really, because when I'd nearly reached it, and then just as I got to the finish, someone donated 400 quid.
Amazing.
And it was a I forgot her name, but it was a woman. Her husband died at Balcomine. Right. From cancer in 2002.
So you teach at Balcomine?
He was a teacher, yeah. Something Clothworthy.
Helen
Clothworthy,
yeah. So she just was waiting. She was lovely. She was obviously sat there waiting, and she made sure he reached that target. So she was just, it was so special that you got the target just as you came in.
Yeah. As soon as I got there, I was like so happy. I was
it made a difference.
Amazing.
But all the sponsors, isn't it, that you've...
Yeah, all the sponsors.
Really
Michael Gaming, Manx Telecom, Steam Packet, Splinters DIY, and I think that's
and there's all the individual sponsors, because obviously a lot of people supported in a lot of ways, but the individual sponsorship people that really they're the biggest sponsors, really, because they, you know, all the little bits, the £5, the £10, the £20 have just
All
made
adds up,
such a difference. Yeah.
Those big
Massive.
companies though, they gave us £1,000 most, and
Amazing.
Steam Packet obviously they helped us. They gave us a big red banner, and obviously the sailing, and then For Hire offered us a minibus.
Amazing.
So all those big companies, they gave us £1,000 and all that, you know, big money. But the individual people there, they're good as well, because they just any like it's like what Tesco says, every little helps. Yeah. Any little bit of money helps really. So.
And what is this money going to go towards?
Hospice and Rebecca House, two charities I'm amazing for. So.
And I know we touched on this last time, but can you tell me again what made you choose hospice? What made you do such an extravagant thing for that specific charity?
Well, I don't know. It's because I just my granddad died of cancer when I was only 4 years old. He didn't want to go into hospice. So I don't know why he didn't really. I didn't know back then, but he died of cancer, and then I wanted him to go into hospice, but thinking about it now, but I just think it's absolutely awful seeing, you know, young people, anyone in hospice, you know, they're stuck inside a bed. I don't take any like gratitude for going out walking when they're stuck inside a bed and they can't do anything. So they can't even as much as they want, as much fun they want to do, and they can't do it. So it's just loads of sympathy for them, really, and empathy as well.
And this is a bit of a leading question, but was it remembering why you were doing the walk that got you through those challenging moments?
Yeah. That helped me, but I also thought I'm just going to get there. I want to get to this place, and then I can chill and all that.
Like a step at a time.
Yeah, but it did make me think, like, why my whys and my, you know, the charity I'm doing it. So that was good. But I wanted to just get there. I was like, I'm not stopping now. I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
It's only like half a mile. It might go on forever, but it's like half a mile away. Just get there.
Yeah, it's incredible mental strength.
It is. I think mainly it's definitely.
Everyone got through it really good. Everyone
who was with you?
We got a few friends. We got Robbie Collister, who, you know, is the 5 times Parish Walk winner. He's very popular on the island, man. A lot of people might know him. Mm-hmm. David Doyle, he's the first Deemster on the island.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah, he was. He's not a Deemster anymore, yeah. And then a few, personal friends, is Kath Brandon, Rachel Kelly and Daniel Ward. They were their personal friends. And then I think David Doyle was the most entertaining person on the walk, really. He entertained all of us. Yeah. His songs and jokes and everything is languages that he made up. We would just be walking, he'd just make up a language. You'd say, I'm speaking Cantonese, Japanese, and he'd be like, come on, Jake, come on, and you start like coming out with all this random stuff.
And I guess you'd need a little bit of laughter, a little bit of light.
I don't know how he got the energy. Like when I was struggling at the end, I don't know how he had the energy to like support me near the end.
Mm-hmm.
His songs and jokes, everything was fantastic. He was the same on the Badney Fallen on the 100-mile one.
Good.
Very good.
He's a really good
They were
entertainer.
all
Yeah, he's funny as well.
Everyone played their part, really. Every single person had a little part in it.
He's like a clown, really.
Class clown, yeah.
Class, yeah. He might be a judge, but he is funny. Well, he was a judge, yeah.
And okay, a less serious question. What would your words of wisdom to anyone who wanted to walk 207 miles, was it?
Yeah.
What are your key pointers to get someone through that distance?
Well, just to, just battle through it. It might be a lot of physical.
What about in terms of footwear?
Footwear.
Or clothing?
Oh, that's so right. That sort of.
And not forgetting your inner soles.
Yeah, not forget your inner soles. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
we had 2 different pairs of boots.
Yeah, I've got hiking boots. Like the big boots, and then I've got like hiking style trainers. So the hiking boots are the smallest, and like summer ones. So if you're walking in the winter time and it's cold and all that, like snow and slippy and wet rain, you're better off wearing big boots to keep your feet warm and protected. But in the summer, obviously it depends what terrain you're walking on. I just wore my trainer ones. There was only one day I wore my big boots, which was climbing over the mountains, and this was on one of the hard days really. Mm-hmm. But it hurt my feet really. It just when you're walking along and you might be on like a diagonal. On it like a hill or something, and your shoe would like dig into your leg on the sides of it, digging, and then I can still feel it now actually. When you touch it, like it's just the side of it digging. So
what it did to Kath's ankle. It, like
Just makes
Kath's
it
ankle,
swollen.
because there were high boots.
Yeah.
They've all around her ankle on one of them, wasn't it? It was all really raw, and
And
so her feet were fine.
Yeah.
But then her ankle was
just
like
rubbing, yeah.
rubbing.
And
It
it's
was,
like your feet can't breathe as well because it was a hot day. I took my shoes and socks off, and there was like a big red rash down the bottom of my leg
Yeah.
because they just can't breathe.
Yeah.
and lubrication.
Yeah.
You need Vaseline.
Well, I was going to
Vaseline,
say,
yeah.
for your thighs, I would assume.
Yeah, your thighs. And
Everything.
Everything.
the other side. Yeah,
The other side.
yeah. Even if you can get it,
Every crack you
in
can
your,
get in.
in your armpits even. But I didn't put it up there because I just never got it there. But it helps with your feet as well, really.
Definitely helps. Oh,
Yeah.
It's
everywhere.
horrible when you get a blister, but it does help with your feet.
Yeah, so that's the main message
Yeah.
of the interview: Vaseline. If you're going
Vaseline.
to walk
Yeah,
207
definitely.
miles.
Lubrication
Even-
is key.
Even if you do get a, if you do get like a blister, like a cut or something, Sudocrem helps you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sudocrem. Yeah, that's good as well. And Vaseline, which we smelt beautiful all the time.
How did you celebrate when you got home? When I was driving down the hill past, going home from work, I saw your signs saying, "Well
yeah.
done, Jake, you smashed
quite
it." I was
surprised when
like,
we
yes,
saw
Jake,
that.
you did
And
smash
Yeah.
it.
That was Nicola and Nikki, our neighbours. We've got great neighbours up
Yeah.
Douglas Head.
Nicola and Nigel.
Nigel.
Yeah,
Nicola and
Nicky Jones.
I'll
Nicky
call him
Jones.
Nicky
Yeah.
from now on.
Nigel and Nicky Jones.
Yeah.
They're the legend neighbours, aren't they?
Oh, they're
really?
the legend neighbours. She
Yeah.
makes great cakes as
They
well.
do. They
Yeah.
give us they give us like loads of stuff, and my little sister likes them as well.
Yeah,
And the
we've
dogs
got,
are cute as well. Yeah.
we've got lots of good neighbours on Douglas Head, by the way.
Yeah.
We can't forget Sam next door.
Yeah.
Sam and
It's just-
Dan. But we've got lots of good neighbours.
But Nicky and Nigel are like the legend ones. We came home and they actually made the way they made it all.
Yeah,
Well done,
they
Jake
did.
and Steve.
And they
smashed
actually
it.
must have had that printed, which
Yeah,
everybody is just so.
Which
so
I don't know
good.
who gets the time to do that. So
I know, yeah. Well, people make
Yeah.
time, don't they? That's the thing.
And that's what's
It's
so,
so
touching
special.
when people make time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, what have you got planned next? What's the next challenge?
I have got something, but
Oh, is it a secret?
yeah, it's gonna be a
Okay.
secret for a bit.
Well,
yeah.
you can come in again and do the big
Yeah.
reveal.
I've already said I might do the 500-mile one in Spain, the Camino.
Yeah.
But I will do that probably, but I've got another one that I want to do before it. It's a bit of a shorter one, but I'm going to keep people intrigued. So
Yeah, I like it. Good tactic. And I did say finally, but finally, what does Hospice think of everything that you're doing for the
I
charity?
think it's great, really.
They were made
Yeah.
up, and we got a call on that it was on our rest day, just after, because we'd done the celebrations, and obviously Jake didn't want any champagne. We did say to him we could have a little tiny
Yeah, I
bit with
didn't
a
like,
meal,
I didn't
but
like it.
I
he's
didn't
not
like champagne
interested in champagne or anything like that. So we all drank it for him. But but then Hospice rang the next day, and it was Rebecca. Hugo's
yeah.
mum, wasn't it? From Rebecca House.
Hughes.
Rebecca
I wasn't
Hughes,
there, was
wasn't
I? I wasn't.
You'd gone off for another walk the next day, but she
I
was
love it.
just saying she
so
was
determined.
really nice. She was saying that because they do presentations up there for everybody, because everybody, even £100 or £50,
presentation.
like a
Yeah.
check presentation. So Jake will be a part of that, and the team. We wanted all the team, if we can, or as many of them, because all the people that joined us, all their friends and families, sort of jumped on it and sponsored. So it's like a massive group thing, really, as
Yeah.
well, isn't it? It was really good fun, and we would have liked Rachel to stay. She did 2 days.
Yeah, she only
didn't
did the
she?
first 2 days.
But even she played a big part because it was really
She
hard
had
in
to.
the
She
Lake
would have carried
District.
on, but it's 'cause she had to because she had exams on. So
Right. Yeah.
And
it's not because she struggled or anything.
Yeah,
she wouldn't
yeah.
have struggled on that.
And Craig Dad let me do. We were going to share it and do like 100 miles each maybe and split it. But Craig said to me I could do, like he said, you want to do it, don't you? So he let me do it. So Craig and Caris, like Dad, done it, and your sister. That we couldn't have really done it without them either, because the support. You know, they're running around.
That's
after us.
that's what made us feel better, really, because you might be like, oh, I want to have a break at the minibus and then or a bit of food, because the back of the minibus was just like food basically. That was
Just
it.
food,
Yeah.
food and water.
Food and water. That was
But
it.
you'd be surprised, if you're running out of water and how you see them in the distance
Yeah,
and how
that-
much
yeah.
it gave you an incentive to replenish.
You see them and you'll be like, yes, then it'll make
There's
you
light
feel
at the
better
end
when
of
you
the
set off
tunnel.
again.
Yeah.
So everybody's been legends. Or what do you call them?
Leg ends.
Leg ends.